Hey guys, this is me Pranav again. So yes, welcome back to my channel. So hope you all are doing good and fine. So yes guys, so today we are with a very beautiful topic again, and that is from cell adaptation, cell injury and cell death chapter, that is the types of necrosis. This is the necrosis part 2. Necrosis part 2. If you have to see the necrosis part 1, go back to my previous video, see the necrosis part 1. Then come back to this necrosis part 2 video, and then I can assure you that you will be the master of this topic necrosis. And through my channel, what I am going to do, I will be discussing in detail each and every line and figure of Robbins. And if you watch my lectures, then it is completely enough for your second prof examination and also for your Neet PG and INICT examination. You don't have to read any single material or book. You just watch my video, take down the notes. The questions and the topics what I am discussing here through my lectures will be there in your question paper also. I can assure you that. I will be discussing in detail each and every topic, line by line of Robbins, and every single question which was asked in previous prof and also in your competitive entrance examination. So you have to see my video, take down the notes. We will be discussing about what? The types of necrosis. So what I told you in the previous video, what about the necrosis? What is necrosis? What is necrosis, guys? Array, what is necrosis? One happy cell is like this, living happily. One cell which is happily living, smiley face. And one angry devil person. Yes, right. We always have such kind of people in our lives also, right? When people are living happily, there are many persons in our society also. They love what? Harming the happy people. Right? They love harming the happy people. Everyone, you also will be having. I also have a lot of people around me who tries to what? Deteriorate you, or who tries to step on you, backstab you. Because people love to see people in trouble, right? So, like I know people who are so much jealousy. Many people are there in this world who are so much jealousy, and people don't like. I can always say there are very less number of people who loves to see you in a happy place, right? There are many people who love to jeopardize you, This is something that happens with everyone, not only with human but also with cells. It is happening, right? So this cell is a happy cell. This happy cell is living comfortably, and then there is suddenly a person arrives. The devil person. A devil person, a jealous person, right? Like many of our people around us. So we always have this devil person is coming. This devil person is having a sword in his hand, and he is coming like this. Happy cell. He is going to cut the cell. He is going to cut the cell. He is going to murder the cell. He is going to murder the cell, and at that moment, some kind of morphological changes takes place inside the cell. Some kind of morphological changes takes place inside the cell, and that series of morphological changes taking place as a result of cell murder is called necrosis. It is due to what? It is due to accidental cell injury, irreversible cell injury, unwanted cell injury, or lethal cell injury, right? Accidental, irreversible, unwanted, or lethal cell injury. That is what is called necrosis. Clear? That is what is called necrosis. So you would write down that much then. Yes. So now we have to go into the types of necrosis, right? We'll go to the types of necrosis. What are the different types of necrosis? One. Write down. One. One. Coagulative necrosis. Coagulative necrosis. Coagulative necrosis. What is coagulative necrosis, guys? Coagulative necrosis. Coagulative necrosis. Write down. It is the first and important point. Asked in a number of university examination and in a number of entrance examination, this question was asked. Most common type of necrosis. Most common type of necrosis. So most common type of necrosis. Most common type of necrosis. Then, here you have to know a concept. Very important concept you have to know here. Very important concept you have to know. Children, look. There is one happy cell. There is one happy cell living here comfortably. Right. Now necrosis. Coagulative necrosis takes place. Right. Now, coagulative necrosis, what happens? The cell architecture is maintained. The cell architecture is maintained. Here the cell architecture. This cell is having what? This cell is having a beautiful nucleus inside this. It is having what? Cytoplasm it is having. It is having cytoplasm. It is having nucleus. But the coagulative necrosis, this is a normal cell. This is what? Coagulative necrosis cell. The cell has what? The cell has got cell architecture. Cell architecture is preserved. Cell architecture is preserved. Why the cell architecture is preserved? Why the cell architecture is preserved? Due to denaturation. Due to denaturation of proteins. The cell architecture is preserved due to denaturation of protein. Now, what happens, guys? The cell architecture is preserved here, right? But the nucleus of the cell disappears. Normal cell has nucleus, but the coagulative necrosis, the cell is absent in nucleus. Absent in nucleus. Absent in nucleus. Then, the cytoplasmic features are lost. Cytoplasmic features lost. Cytoplasmic features are lost. Nucleus is lost. This means the cell is kind of empty cell. Empty cell. Empty cell. The cell is now empty. You all know, if you have a town here, if you have a town, this is one town, which is inhabited by a lot of people. Lot of people are living happily here. Lot of people are living happily here. Lot of people are living happily here. This is one town, and a lot of people are living happily here. Happy. Everyone is happy here. Right, every person is happy here. But suddenly, some kind of disturbance or stress comes. Like some bomb attack, some terrorist attack. Any attack comes. What happens, guys? What happens, guys? People start abandoning that place. And that will be into a abandoned place. We call such places as what? Ghost town. Similarly, our cell is also being abandoned or absent by nucleus and cytoplasmic features. Therefore, we will call such kind of cell as ghost cell. Such kind of cell is called ghost cell. What is a ghost cell, guys? It is lost, the cell, the coagulative necrosis cell is lost in nucleus and cytoplasmic features, and it is called what? Ghost cell. So the cell is called what? ghost cell. The cell is called what? The cell is called ghost cell. What is ghost cell? It is empty cell. The cell, the coagulative necrosed cell, devoid of nucleus and the lost of cytoplasmic features is called ghost cell. So the cellular finding. What is the cellular finding or microscopic histological finding is what? Ghost cell is found, or we will say tombstone appearance. We will call it as tombstone appearance. We will call it as tombstone appearance. Ghost cell or tombstone appearance. Ghost cell or tombstone appearance. Right? That is what is the cellular finding in coagulative necrosis. Take down this. Now, which all organs we are finding? Which all organs we are finding? Which all organs you are going to find this? Which all organs we are going to find this? Which all organs we are going to find this? Which all organs we are going to find this? Yes. We are going to find this in 1. Kidney, spleen, heart, etc. It is not found in brain. This is a very important point. Coagulative necrosis is not found in brain. But in brain we have liquefactive necrosis. But in brain only we have liquefactive necrosis and coagulative necrosis absent in brain. Now, myocardial infarction is a what? Is coagulative necrosis. Myocardial infarction is coagulative necrosis. Now I have to take you into some more detailed concept. I told you that the cell outline or architecture is preserved in coagulative necrosis. That means if a liver is being affected, part of liver is being affected, we can say that even after the coagulative necrosis, we can say that it is a hepatocyte or it is a cardiac myocyte like that. Clear? Even after when we are looking into the cell itself, we can say we can identify which part it belongs to or which cell it is, because the cell architecture is preserved. Nucleus and cytoplasmic details are lost, but the cell architecture is preserved. Therefore, we can identify it as hepatocyte or cardiac myocyte like that. But MI. So during MI, which is the coagulative necrosis taking place in heart, when you are taking the cardiac myocyte, you can see that the architecture is preserved there. Nucleus is lost. Cytoplasmic features are lost, so I can say that MI is coagulative necrosis. MI is coagulative necrosis. So I can say that this is cardiac cell. If I am looking into a MI affected cell, then I can see it clearly it is the cardiac cell, because cell architecture is preserved due to denaturation of proteins. Write down this concept. Now, it occurs in most of the solid organs. Okay, children, it occurs in most of the solid organs. What is the cause? Main cause. What is the cause? The main cause of this is ischemia. What is ischemia, children? It is decreased blood supply. When there is decreased blood supply, what happened? Hypoxia occurs. What is hypoxia? Hypoxia is decreased oxygen. When hypoxia occurs, mitochondrial dysfunction takes place. When mitochondrial dysfunction takes place, what you will have? Have decreased oxidative phosphorylation. When you have decreased oxidative phosphorylation, you will have decreased ATP. Now when you have decreased ATP, you will be having the reversible cell injury. Again the stress continues, you will be having the irreversible cell injury, which can be of necrosis or can be of apoptosis. This is the cell death. Progresses to cell death. This is what is the chart. So ischemia. What is this? So this is ischemia is the concept. So this concept also I have discussed in the mechanism of reversible and irreversible cell injury. Go back to that video and see this lecture. Now cause. What is the cause? This cause I have discussed detailing in the mechanism of reversible and irreversible cell injury. Please watch that video because then you will be having a clear-cut understanding of this concept. Now, this is the cell of any organ except brain. This is what? This is a brain cell. It's a brain cell. Now, you have got blood vessels. Here also you have got blood vessels, right? Which supplies its blood. So this is the blood vessel which supplies this cell of any organ other than brain. This is the circle of Willis part, a part of circle of Willis, a small circulation, right? Okay, took small artery of circle of Willis. Now cause, if I am giving an ischemia to this part, if I give an ischemia to this part, what happens? Hypoxia takes place. This part undergoes what necrosis? It damages by coagulative necrosis. This part by liquefactive necrosis. Clear? This is the concept. Now, when you look into the affected part, you can see that the part is now actually what? Initially, the part is pale. And firm and slightly swollen. But after that, the part becomes yellowish color. On continuation of this, part becomes yellowish color. It becomes very much swollen. It is very much swollen. And it is soft. And it becomes soft. This is also an important point. This is initially and on continuation. Next, second one. Second type. So, coagulative necrosis, everyone understood? Next, we are going to study about coagulative. We'll discuss about liquefactive or colligative necrosis. Liquefactive, study as liquefactive or colligative necrosis. What is liquefactive? It occurs in brain and pancreas. Brain and pancreas occurs in brain and pancreas. What is so much special about brain and pancreas, guys? Brain and pancreas has a lot of hydrolytic enzymes. Hydrolytic enzymes. Again, this pancreas is very, very important, which I will discuss in my next video. Why pancreas is so much important? Please watch my next video because pancreas is very, very important. There is an important concept of pancreas. Please watch my next video also, guys, for that understanding. So this hydrolytic enzymes, right? This brain and pancreas has a lot of hydrolytic enzymes. Under liquefactive necrosis, what happens? The cell structure is not preserved. The cell structure or the cell architecture is not preserved. Therefore, hydrolytic enzymes, it starts losing out. And it will cause liquefactive necrosis. Due to hydrolytic enzymes, it causes liquefactive necrosis. And what it is seen in brain and pancreas, cell architecture is not maintained. Right now. So guys, we have completed two types of necrosis in detail. So in my next class, I will be teaching you the rest of the type of necrosis in detail. Okay. So yes guys, so you have to please watch this video carefully. Take down the notes. If you have any doubts, please comment in my comment section. And again, if you are watching this video without liking my video, please do like my video. Please subscribe to my channel. Please share this to your friends, families and to other medical students across the country and across this world. Yes, then. So yes guys, so I hope you all understood the concept of coagulative and liquefactive or colligative necrosis. And for the next concept, please start watching my next video when I upload it, and watch the previous class also. Then you will get a clear-cut understanding of what is happening inside the cell during a cell adaptation or during a cell injury. And guys, then the next class I will be finishing off with my necrosis. Then I will be starting with apoptosis. It's a very important topic again. So very slowly each concept I am discussing, and then only I am going, and what you have to do from your side, take down the notes, listen to the video, watch the previous class, like, share, subscribe, comment in the comment section, give your feedback, how you are feeling about my class. Any suggestion, whether it is good, bad or anything, you can freely comment in my comment section. Do comment, okay children. So yes guys, so we will be back with yet another rocking class on the continuation of type of necrosis. Yes guys, so this is Pranav signing off.